Hi, in today's video I'm going to give you a look around what I euphemistically call the Endless Mountains Research Center, Immerse. This is a view of the grounds. There is my house, and this is my tractor. Now what we're going to do with this video, I'm going to show you everything I've got going on so you appreciate all the stuff I got to do all by myself. Okay, and just a little thumbs up to John Deere. I bought this tractor because I have 12 acres out here. And a tractor like this, a utility tractor. I bought the mid-size tractor, and I've got the backhoe over here, and I got the plow, and I got pallet lifts in another place. Immeasurable value at a place like this, especially in the wintertime when I have to plow, or the summertime when I have to mow. I've got a 6-foot deck, and John Deere did a fantastic job. These implements come on and off real easy. That's one of the reasons why I selected the John Deere. I paid more money for it because I don't have much time to do stuff, and the last thing I want to do is spend a lot of time taking on and taking off attachments. So let's go walk down in the lower field here. I don't mow the full 12 acres. I don't know what I'm going to do with my 6 acres down here yet, but obviously I don't want to build anything to block my view of the mountains. Well, where I am, these are more hills than mountains, but one of the things I'm doing in the backyard, which I hope to complete by December, is I'm putting in another course of solar panels. I'm not going to go all the way down, but you can see the pylons I've dug in with the backhoe and the other set of panels that are already in place. The reason why I put them out in the field is because I don't want to put them on the roof. I have to replace my roof pretty soon. Now my reason for going solar is not because I'm an environmentalist or I believe in global warming. I'm putting in solar panels because I live way out in the boondocks and I need alternative. I need to be my own energy provider sometimes, because on a real bad winter day the power can go out and I need an alternative, and we'll cover more of that later. This is my garage. What I'm doing now, this is what's going to be my my new laboratory. My laboratory used to be in my old house, but because I had to move because of a job, I'm turning my garage in my new house into my laboratory. I wanted to finish this over the summertime. It's not done, so things are a little bit delayed. And what I'm doing right now is I'm putting the epoxy coating on the floor. I'm clearing out the other half of the garage to do the other half, and this epoxy coating is very good. It looks a little messy right now because this side's dirty while I'm getting the other side cleaned. But get the 2-part epoxy, not the water base, the 2-part that's solvent base. That's the better stuff. And make sure you clean all the grease and stuff off the floor using the detergent they give you. That makes all the difference in the world. Over here's my John Deere backup generator. I paid extra money for the John Deere because I know they weren't going to give me a knockoff Chinese engine. There's a lot of the Yanmar engine is the best engines you can get for these small appliances and small tractors. And there's a lot of generators, and I want diesel because everything I have here runs diesel, except for my van and my car. And I wanted to get a very good diesel engine, and the diesel generators last longer than the gas engines, and they produce more power for the same size. So I bought the John Deere because I know they would really use a real tractor engine. That little engine over there is a little tractor engine, and that's the generator part. So, but that's still in bubble wrap. It's not been hooked up yet. We'll cover more video on that. Let's go inside, show you what we got working on. All right, this is my great room. You can see it still looks like I'm moving in. There's crap all over the place. I apologize. This is my table now where I do all my video production, and what I have out on the table are the things I'm working on. I have a 60,000 volt generator here that I purchased. It's still unused. We have a Crookes tube. That's going to be part of one of the experiments we're going to do later. There, of course, is the magic all-powerful brass cannonball. We have a 1,000-time microvolt amplifier. These are gas detectors. These detect smoke. These detect carbon monoxide. The reason for the gas sensors is we're going to do a lot of Arduino projects. Some of the Arduino projects for new electromagnetism. Oh, by the way, back here's a little Arduino with one of the interesting sensors. This is a accelerometer, 6-axis accelerometer. I'm going to be putting a magnetic sensor on this in order to try to make a wand that we can measure a magnetic field just by waving the wand over a magnet, and you can map out a magnetic field. Over here is a moonshine jug. I got a whole bunch of those, well, not a whole bunch, half a dozen of those. Part of them we're going to be completing the experiments regarding global warming, but the other one is one of the videos I have on the Earth where I say that we're going to try to make hydrocarbons, or cause the hydrocarbons to bond together, like I said in one of the videos. I don't know if anybody's done that. They've done experiments close to that. What we're going to do, instead of starting from natural gas, we're going to start with kerosene, which is virtually clear and it's a liquid. And we're going to pump that full of carbon dioxide and expose it to sunlight and use these gas sensors here to determine if any of the products are producing carbon monoxide. And I hope these sensors can detect that. We're going to find out if these sensors can in fact do that. We might need both of them so that one can complement the other so we can detect carbon monoxide, because these sensors detect a multitude of different gases. So we have to be careful on how we use them. And people are like, well, why don't you patent that process for making, if we can use sunlight and hydrocarbons to make heavier hydrocarbon chains? Well, because I feel when Ethereal Mechanics gets going, that producing energy from that method will be massively outclipped by the Ethereal Mechanics energy stuff. So I'm not too interested in it. And by the way, Mikio Kaku said on one of these Discovery channels about Earth, they said that one of the moons of either Saturn or Jupiter, there are cetanes raining from the sky. And if you don't know what cetanes are, they are the components of crude oil. This is a 2.2 kilograms of glow-in-the-dark powder. That's for making instruments that can measure electrical discharges. I bought that in anticipation that we'll be putting that to heavy use. Pretty much, I think I've discussed everything on this table. Let's go over to the computer. Here we have one of the Arduinos. I'll be releasing software, free software. This is an Arduino attached to a TFT. It's going to be one of the reason why we're doing Arduino is because we can hook up all these instrumentations to make all kinds of measurements, and it's stuff I can give out free. What I'm doing here is I produced a little kind of tiny Windows. I call it Arduindos, and it's got keyboards for doing stuff. And I'll be releasing that as for other people to use for other experiments for their stuff. And one of the reasons why I like the Arduino is because there's so much free stuff out there that you can get going with very little time and effort, and it saved me time and effort. So I'm going to give back by giving this little Arduinos out for free. And you can make any number of little windows on this little TFT display. I only got the 2 windows right now. The other thing here is I purchased a Quadro K4000. This is a graphic card, but the interesting thing about this graphic card is it's got 800 parallel processing cores. I'm going to start producing software where we can do electromagnetic field simulations and ether simulations. And the reason for going with this way is to do with using the parallel processing so it doesn't take forever to get to a result, because as I said before, I don't have much time to do this, and so waiting for a result on a computer processing result is not something I want to spend time on, so I'm willing to spend money on a high power card that I can use for the parallel processing. Let's go downstairs. Again, this is my downstairs. They did a nice job. But here's my equipment room. Hope the light's bright enough for the camera. Hold on, let me turn on the big light here. All right, what are in these big colored doors? These are my batteries for the solar system. Here's my Xantrex charge controller and the Xantrex station. This will have a tie-out in the garage for the generator. The way it's going to work is that these batteries are normally going to charge from the sun. Where there's no sun presently, they will charge. If the batteries need to be charged, they will charge from the grid. If the grid goes down, then the Xantrex can start the generator to continue charging the batteries. And the idea being that critical parts of the house, including any experiments that need to be run for an extended period of time, are on this system. This handles the heat, security, refrigerator, any of the critical components, plus whatever else I want to add to it. It can supply up to 6 kilowatts of power continuously. From the batteries, 6 kilowatts will run down in about 2 days. If I'm just using minimal stuff like refrigerator heat, television, computer, things like that, these batteries will last 3 days without being recharged. At least that's one of the experiments I've run. You know, this was one of the things, big projects I was working on before I decided to give 100% time to Ethereal Mechanics, and this is why Ethereal Mechanics was taking a long time. I am going to finish putting in the panels outside, the solar panels I have to other set to put up, and then I'm going to call this setup pretty much done, except I'm going to add the ability to monitor it over the internet. Anyway, that's what we got going on here in the quote-unquote Endless Mountain Research Center. We've got lots of other things I could show you, but I want to keep this video short. We're already up at 10 minutes. And there, one last view of a little thing I'm going to show you. As this is my backyard with my pool that I haven't opened in 4 years, and my backyard is completely a weeds festival. That's for you guys. I'm not spending any time on yard work. It's all for the cause. So I hope you guys appreciate that. This is my view, my beautiful view. I've got 12 acres. I love it here. I love to spend all my time here. Unfortunately, out in the country here, there's really no good engineering jobs. That's unfortunate. Hopefully, if this gets going, maybe I can take my 12 acres and start a large campus here, because there's no zoning here. I can build whatever I want here, and maybe create a research institute and actually hire some people to do work in this beautiful area, these beautiful hills. Anyway, thank you. Bye.